You brought the soccer ball.
How could I leave it? How could I leave it, Rory? Come on, you know the vibe.
What's the name of the soccer ball? You have a name for it yet?
For the name of my soccer ball?
Yeah.
No, I never normally name my soccer balls. It's just, this one is from the Copa America that just passed. This the finals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As you can see right here, it says Copa America.
Yeah.
2024. Yeah. So a friend of mine got this for me from the U.S. because we can't get this here in Canada. It's just not available here in Canada. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
So.
Dennis flipping Thompson, my guy. Welcome to the Mitchell Report Unleashed podcast.
Let's go, my G.
Yeah, man.
Love for having me, man.
Bro, it's so time. We had that conversation for like an hour and a bit.
Bro. True.
About mutual friend Ernesto,
That guy's just a legend, man. He just making bare connections happen, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So shout out to my guy Ernesto.
Yeah, man. Ernesto's a legend, man.
Real legend, for real, man.
Yeah, man, for sure.
You know.
But we're here to talk everything about you, man. Everything you've been doing, community, soccer. So give us a little introduction, man. Who's Dennis? Dennis the man.
Well, everybody call me Trixafa, you know what I'm saying? Dennis, obviously, my name, Dennis, and stuff like that. But my brand, Trixafa, it started from college, you know what I'm saying? It started from college, at Humber College. The guys have always just having fun with the ball, just being creative, just doing what I do, and that's where the name. They're like, yo, tricks are for kids, right? And that's how that came about. We'll get more into that, but yeah, Dennis Thompson, born and raised in Jamaica, Kingston, Jamaica, moved here in 2001. It was history from there, man. Just kick off from there.
It's kicked off from there, eh?
Yeah, man.
So when's the first time you picked up a soccer ball? Was it when you were youth, yeah? So for quick reference, there are two Jamaicans sitting here, So they might hear some patois and all that,
That's what I'm talking about. Let's swing it a little, what I'm saying? So the audience can get a little of, we tap into different audience.
They're gonna be like, Rory, really?
Yeah, and if you see habla español,
I don't do the Spanish. I wasn't that in.
¿Cómo se llama? Not even that.
I don't know.
Okay, sorry.
You can go to sleep like Steph Curry, eh? Like this? Just put Steph Curry,
It's all good, Yeah.
But my question is like, when was the first time you did pick up that soccer ball?
I would say, about 6-7 years old, living in Jamaica, playing on the street. That's all we did. You know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, but picking up the ball, doing that, it's a part of our culture, you know what I'm saying? And then playing street soccer and stuff like that. But every event that happens around the world, Jamaica has a thing that we pick it up, and that's the event that's running through the country. Whether it's track and field, we're doing track and field on the street. It's cricket, we're playing cricket on the street. Soccer, we're playing soccer on the street. Whatever it is, baseball, we don't have no baseball bat, so we're break our mom's brooms, and we're using a broomstick, you know what I'm saying, with a tennis ball, so it's, but kicking this ball, I would say about 6-7 years old.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I like that. So in them days of playing soccer back home and things like that, was there one player that you were impressed by, that you heard about?
You know what? It wasn't a thing like that for me, because in Jamaica, we don't have the TV channel like that, right? So it was more so my community, the guys within my community. And people always talk about Pele and Maradona, but I never really saw them on TV because we didn't have the channels and stuff like that, right? So it was more so the community guys that, that really stood out to me, like going to the soccer field, like close to me, and watch those guys play and stuff like that. And so the culture started to build right there and then. And, the head coach for our community team, I'm saying, his name is Wayne. It was a friend of my dad's, right? So he would come to my house, and but he used to tease me. He used to tease me that I'm no good. My younger brother was better than me, and all that kind of stuff. He used to tease me, and I felt like that really kind of pushed me. But I never really took it like, oh my God, this guy's making me look bad. I just started, I'm gonna take it on a little bit more and see what I can do. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but it was more so the community guys that really got me was the biggest influence for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't really the big names. I heard of them, but
Mm-hmm.
never really sunk in.
I hear you talk a lot about community right there. You know, how important is community for you, especially with everything you do? Like, you're all over, do we say like southwestern
Yeah,
Canada?
yeah, yeah.
Ontario?
And I'm traveling. I'm traveling out into the where is that? What's that? West.
Out west.
I'm going to Cal. Is that Calgary's out west, right?
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to Calgary.
They're gonna
next
hit
week.
you with the, he doesn't know where.
I have my cowboy hat ready too.
Oh my God.
You're gonna see it. You're
I'm
gonna
waiting.
see it,
I
Roy.
gotta see this. I gotta see this. But no, like, how big is community for you, especially in the name and the brand?
It's massive, because without the community, your brand won't build. And you can build your brand worldwide, but if you gotta start from home. Once you build home, once you have a foundation,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody respects it from there on, it just takes off. And just, I have kids in Africa, England. I have kids in India, people from all corners of the world. You know what I'm saying, that respect what I do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that right there, that's my little community within the world. But
Mm-hmm.
here in Canada, it's massive. Like, the respect that I have within the community, it's next level. Sometimes I'm like, how? You know what I'm saying? But people always say, it's just the way how you are, Dennis.
It is, and you can
You know
see
what I'm
that.
saying?
You feel that
So-
warmth.
Yeah, you know, and it's not like I'm trying to put it on. It's just who I am.
Of course.
You know, and
For sure.
I appreciate it. So when people telling me these kind of things, I'm like, okay. At first, I was taking it for granted, not like disrespecting in any way, but I never really understood it until as I get older and start to see it more. And I've always given. I've been always just given to whomever is around me, right? So
Yeah.
I feel like that's what really kind of built my community, the respect for myself.
And it's good to see, because I feel like Instagram reels don't really show the justice, but like seeing those kids light up
Yeah.
in those rooms.
If I show you some of the videos, man, that sometimes I've done some stuff and the kids are like, some people are like, this guy's alien. He's not real.
Bro, I see some of the stuff, the juggling and all that. I'm just sitting here like, the only juggling I know,
Yeah.
and this is where, quick disclaimer, is where it's like sound stage. And, you know, when we're like back in the days of like David Radigan and who were the DJs, Black Chiney, and then when
Yeah.
they're juggling all the tunes and the selectors and that. That's
Yeah.
the only juggling I know.
That's it.
So when I see you doing it,
That's musical juggling.
You know what I
This
mean?
is football juggling.
Yeah,
you know?
man. For sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So when you see them kids light up, you know, and you're being a dad and stuff like that, does that take you back to like the closest representation of home, like in the home life and stuff like that there?
100%, because my cousin was one of the biggest influence. Like, you know, when my family started to go down a certain path, my dad moved here. You know what I'm saying? He was still a part of us, but he wasn't really, you know, there for me. You know what I'm saying? Like fully there, like there present. You know what I'm saying? But my cousin really took me on, and he would like help me to get to the soccer field, do this and do that. You know, he'll push me. So, you know, so when I do that for the kids now, it reflect, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm reminisce back in the day where others were helping me to get where I'm at. So when I see the face lit up, it's just like when my cousin gave me the pair of boots when I didn't have any, and he goes, yo, go to practice, go enjoy, go play some football. What are you doing sitting here? Go. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what? Okay, this is for me? All right. And so when I see that, you know what I'm saying? And especially because I go back to Jamaica and I do a lot of charity work within Jamaica. And I remember one event, we gave the kids this was in Kingston, New Kingston, if I'm not mistaken, at a school named Jamaica College, right? We did an event there. And we're giving out cleats to all the kids and everything. And after the event was done, a few of the kids came back and they're like, hey, here are the cleats that you guys lent us.
Oh, wow.
We said, no. Those are for you. He goes, what? Then he goes, yo, he was like telling all the guys, yo, we got cleats. And to see that, it blew me away, man. Like, wow. Like, I could just sit there and just watch them.
Of course. The youth is our generation, right? We're grown ups now.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't have no kids myself, but I'm like, I love when I see my people, my community, right? And I speak to like my black brothers, my black sisters that are out here doing some stuff in the community, because you know how it's hard.
It's rough.
It's hard.
It's
It's hard for us. You know what I mean?
It's not even hard. It's rough.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when we see black individuals just stepping up in the
Yeah.
community, man. It warms my heart.
True.
You know?
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. But for me, mostly, it's information that we want to make sure that we're passing on the right information for the kids coming up. Because if we bring off the wrong, if we give them the wrong information and sending the wrong message, that recycles again.
Exactly.
And then they don't know what to do, so they're taking what they learned and they're giving back to the next generation. So if we don't change the narrative, it just keep recycling. So people look at me, especially when I just moved here from Jamaica. Some of these guys look at me, they're like, yo, so where can I get the best weed? I don't smoke. What kind of fake Jamaican are you? So hold up. Every Jamaican smokes? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me? Every Jamaican smoke? He goes, bro, all the rest of the guys I know, they're balling up and this and that. I said, the only balling up I can ball up is this. I'm balling right
I'm
here.
the same way. When I had the basketball.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
So they start looking at me different. Some of them called me Jafakin. And I said, okay, whatever. So later on down in life, they come back to me now and they're like, yo, you know what? I respect you. You know why? Because you stood to what you believe. You believe in your ball. You do what you do. And look at you now, what you got going on for yourself.
Absolutely.
I said, I appreciate that. But that's why when I hear that as well, I tell the young kids, I said, you won't understand it right now, but try to focus on what you really enjoy. And anyone else around you, ask information. And if someone over there can't give you information, it's because also they don't have the information to feed you. So try your best and go around, and you will start to learn from so many different people, so many different cultures. You'll start to understand.
Facts.
And when you start asking questions and you start to get answers, you put two and two together.
Yeah, I do a lot with social audio, and this app called, this newly launched, shout out to Nelson Apega, it's called Chatter. And I was speaking as a top left speaker, right? Because you have like the rooms and stuff. And I said is a lot more folks, reason why I think the world's so divided, we're not experiencing different cultures.
Exactly.
We're not experiencing different cultures.
Yeah.
And soccer, believe it or not, is one of the biggest cultures that brings everybody around.
The biggest.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
World Cup, Euro.
Everything.
What are people doing?
Stop watching TV.
There you go.
On your phone.
There you go.
Game streaming.
Talk about it.
It's insane. You know what I'm saying? So with that, but a lot of people use the football, the soccer, in wrong ways. Understand it. It goes all back to understanding.
Talk about it.
Right? So when you're teaching the kids and you're using violence in the game, if that player goes like this and you do to break their legs and stuff like that, they don't understand what you're trying to say. They're just trying to make sure that they play. You know what I'm saying?
Bush League.
Yeah. So and then we struggle to try to get those players on top teams, but they don't have what it takes to play on the top teams. Yes, they're tough, but they don't understand what they're doing, right? Challenge a player mentally, physically. It's not about breaking a leg. That's why the game have changed. A lot of people say the game have changed for the worse. You know, these guys are doing this and these guys are doing that. Back in the day, you could never do that. Back in the days, lack of understanding how to actually play the game properly without breaking someone's leg. How can you stand up? And I've played defense on some players that they claim that they're good, and I forced them to their weak side. They don't even realize that they have a weak side, and I recognize that they're weak side, and I put them to their weak side, and they get upset.
It's the same as basketball.
And I don't need to even tackle you.
Yeah, same as basketball.
Like,
now you're talking Michael Jordan talk.
You see what I'm saying?
What do you remember what Jordan said about LeBron? He goes, listen, I just got to force him left.
Of course.
I force him left, it's game over. Because notice, LeBron don't go left ever.
I don't really watch basketball that much.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
But he's more right.
Yeah.
But if he goes left, he has to lay. This is how LeBron is. They're going to come for me now.
And you know the funny thing about that is, people used to always talk about trash about Messi, Lionel Messi.
Uh-oh.
And that guy has switched up his game the last 5 years before he get to MLS. But that guy would shoot left, right. He was all left. And when people start to pick up on that, and you still can't stop him. That's the crazy thing. You can't stop him that easily. But when you come up to elite players like yourself that really push you to the edge, then you really had to start to pivot and you have to start to change. You know what I'm saying? And that's when Messi started to shift because people will create their entire system when they play against him and shift him and force him right. Now people go, oh, I'm watching the game and I don't even see Messi. But the guy is so intelligent. He just walks on the pitch and he's picking up everything that you're doing. And he's like, okay, I understand what you're doing. And he starts to focus on that and how to change his game that you can't read him that easily.
Facts.
He will go to his right and you're like, okay, you're not going anywhere. And then he has a way of cutting that ball so sharp and put it to his left. And you're dead on that spot.
Absolutely.
Dead.
So you play soccer yourself.
Yeah.
How do you feel the game has changed from when you played to now?
There's a lot more intelligence. There's a lot more. People talk about Pep Guardiola. He have changed the game. He changed the game to
Who's that?
He coaches Manchester City.
Okay.
So he have changed the game in a way. People say he ruined the game.
Okay.
I feel like he have made the game better because the game is actually become a chess game. That you have to really understand your moves. And if you're not picking up on that, he'll go checkmate on you. And you're like, the game just started. How am I down 5 already? And he pushes you to understand this, like the way how he plays. And then the second time you play against him again, he changes formation again because he knows that you're gonna start to think. And he changes it on you again. And when you think he's gonna attack this way, he's attack the other way. And you're like, I'm done. Like I have no other move. Which it pushes the coaches and everybody to go back into the lab and study more. That guy studies. He studies the game like a book. He read the book over and over and over and over until he finds all the little things and penetrates it. Crazy. The guy, his philosophy. You sit down. No wonder he went bald so fast. I'm telling you, he went bald fast.
So now that you speak to that, the game is different. He's looking at it from an analytical standpoint and stuff like that. When you were playing, do you feel like it was less diva-ish?
It was less.
Because you see guys like you can't even walk by a guy now on the pitch.
You know what? It was even worse back then because even some of the guys that weren't even that good, they felt like they were untouchable. Like, you can't talk to them. But then when you come up and you start to play with them and play against them, you're like, buddy, you were trash. You know what I'm saying? You were just playing with some good players. You just fell in line. You know what I'm saying? But you were not really, when you're young, you don't understand that, right? So as you get older, you start to see things that you start to understand. Comes back to the understanding. And when you play against them, they go, oh, it's because you're young. I play against guys now that are younger, and I push them. They don't even know where they're going. So I start to tell them, hey, you need to be able to do this and do that. Don't tell me anything. No problem. But you're not going anywhere now. I'm just letting you know that. Your game's done.
They really talk like that?
That's what I'm saying. But the old school guys, they were like that. Now I feel like a lot of the players are a bit more nicer.
Yeah.
Genuine. They'll try to help more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You'll find a few stuck up one here and there.
Yeah.
But back then, you couldn't talk to some of these guys. There's no way.
Too much ego.
Too much ego. Bud.
Too much ego.
Like coming out of every angle.
Huh.
Now they're willing to help. Hey, come in. One of the players that really stood out to me when I was growing up and I started to watch soccer more was Ronaldinho. And that's where I fell in love. And his style, his game. I would watch his game. I would watch highlights on YouTube back in the day when we had dial-up.
Yeah, them days.
We had to wait for that thing to load.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'll sit there and I'll go do something else and I'll come back and it's halfway. Okay, you know what? I'm not even going to watch this. I'm going to have to catch it tomorrow. And then someone go on the computer and switch it from that. And you're like, I got to start over again. You know what I'm saying? Because now they went on a different site. That thing is stopped loading now, right? So that was the patience, you know what I'm saying? But when I get the time to really sit down and watch him, if I watch him before my game and I go play my game, your game is over. I'm bringing the same thing that he brought in his game to the pitch. So some people start to say, yo, you know, you remind me of how you play is a Ronaldinho. I said, that's who I watch. That's exactly who I watch, and I mimic most of the stuff that he does. You know what I'm saying? So that's my idol. And then comes Zidane, you know, is a different.
You would put Zidane
with
in
a
there.
different flair.
You would do that.
You know what I'm saying?
You would put Zidane in there.
He has a
Lord.
different flair. And
Oh,
then
we
the
got
newer
to the
generation. And here comes a newer generation of the Messi, where it's more close dribble, cut, not too much flair. You know what I'm saying? But he knows where he's going, and he forces you one way and attack this much space. Ronaldinho didn't do that. Ronaldinho penetrate you and just put you on your butt right there and then.
Yeah.
Messi would take you into certain areas
And then drown you.
and then drown you. Ronaldinho, he's coming at you.
Yeah.
Like, boom, fast space, scissor, step over, and flick it over your head, and you're just like, You know what I'm saying? You're backpedaling, you know, on your back.
So, okay. You know what we're about to do right now? Because I'm going to put you on the spot. I knew this was going to come up. You need to give me your top 5 right now all the time.
Yeah, my top 5. 1 is Ronaldinho.
Excuse me?
That's my number 1, Ronaldinho.
This man got me sitting up now.
Yeah, Ronaldinho's my
Okay.
number 1. Then comes Zidane. Yeah. Then comes I would put Thierry Henry. You know what I'm saying? Thierry Henry. Then comes Roberto Carlos.
Huh?
Yeah, Roberto Carlos. When where I started playing was defense in Jamaica, and then I started learning about Roberto Carlos, and I played the left. I played the left back. You know what I'm saying? So Roberto Carlos, and then I have to add like a keeper. I would say who would I put in? I'm at the edge to say Dida, but no.
Didier Drogba?
No, Dida. He's a Brazilian keeper.
You know people are going to hear this now. You know what they're going to say?
Oh, yeah.
You know what they're going to say?
Oh, yeah.
I know Ernesto right now is probably like, are you serious?
You know what? Okay, talking about Ernesto, he's Italian. I'm going to go with Buffon. GG.
You put Gigi Buffon?
Yeah, GG's my keeper.
Oh, my God.
That's my keeper.
So, wait, ladies and gentlemen. It's his personal opinion.
Yeah, that's my top 5.
You don't even put you didn't even go Francesco Totti? Ruud van Nistelrooy? Cristiano Ronaldo? Lionel Messi?
No.
Cannavaro?
But see, my all-time, because I'm coming from my generation, all the way to my respect for these players. Messi is in there, but he's in my top 10.
Fair.
My top 5 are these guys. Nobody can come into that top 5 other than those guys. It took me some time today. It took me some time to get my keeper because there's so many good keepers. But really, who really stood out to me, really and truly, as soon as you mentioned the Italian guys, GG. That guy is a brick
Buffon's
wall.
a legend, though.
That guy's a brick wall.
And I cheer for Italy. You know, so
what
all the
I'm saying?
Italian supporters and stuff.
When Zidane chipped him,
You mean Zidane chipped him?
when Zidane chipped him
France.
in the penalty.
Let me tell you something. France was lucky to even see that World Cup, to even be there.
Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what the thing is with the game? I was actually listening to a little thing with there's a show called Hot Ones or Hot Wings, right? And the guy was talking to Serena Williams, right, on the show, and he asked her a question, and I was like, that is so true. You know, when you're playing against good players like yourself, and you got to be able to recognize when they're messing up, when they start to choke a little bit, and that's your time to take advantage of it. She's like, you have to put the pedal on it right there and then. You're like, there's no way you made that mistake. At the level that you're at, there's no way you made that mistake. Something is throwing you off, and I'm going to finish you right there and then. And if you don't take that right there, you have a chance of losing. So you have to see that small window of a chance, and you have to take it. And when she said that, it's such a big fact. It's facts. If you don't take your chance, especially when you're playing at the high level, when you're playing at that high level, because now everybody is up there all together. And as soon as someone make a slight mistake and you don't take advantage of that, you have a chance to lose now.
So true. And that's the thing is soccer is such a beautiful game.
Yeah.
Such a beautiful game.
But within even sports, just sports in general. So when I have people on my Instagram, whenever I tap into like different stuff, they go, Dennis, is there anything that you can't do?
It's the mockery for me.
Like, is there anything that you, and there's nothing that, there are things that I'm not the best at, but I'll challenge myself. That's the biggest, that's the advantage I have over a lot of people. I have friends that, there's a video that I did with one of my buddies, and he's like, yo, you know what? Over all these years I've seen you and we've been roaming around and we've been doing this and doing that. There's one move that you do. I just can't get it. Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm trying. And I said, which was it? He goes, the Aka. I said, okay, I'm going to show you. It took me 5 minutes to teach him the
What's
move.
an Aka?
It's a move. We'll put it in the video. So
we're gonna put it in the video. Yeah.
We'll put it in the video so people can understand what we're talking about. It's a crazy move. Like it's like I kick the ball up, it can bounce, or I can get it before it actually bounce, right? But I have to turn my body in a certain way, catch it within like my hamstring area, roll it up. As it's coming up, I have to twist my body the other way and hit it off the tip of my toe for the ball to go the other way. So like if you're in front of me, I could go pa 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 pa, and I can flick it over your head or around you. And it looked like I'm going the other way, but then I turn and I come back this way.
See, I'm a basketball guy.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm interpreting it as that, like back in the days when Tim Hardaway made the killer crossover. Right?
It would be something
in
like
the
that.
early 90s.
Yeah.
Early 90s. He had the pop, 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 and he just go past you when he was
Yeah.
playing for Golden State at the time. Right? I just dated myself. People were like, huh?
No.
But no, the killer crossover was Tim
Yeah.
Hardaway, and a lot of people don't know that. So I can get that, like, you see some of the things in soccer on the pitch, and I'm just like, yo. Because I played when I was younger.
There are many skills in the game that some people don't use. One, people say it's showboating, and nobody likes showboating, and I get it. But there's 11v11, there's 5v5, there's 6v6, there's 9v9s, there's futsal, there's beach soccer, there's foot golf, there's soccer tennis. There's so many different ways of kicking the ball, right? And that's the beauty about how many different ways you can play soccer, right? So, and just like basketball, you can play the actual game like how it is, or you can play street basketball,
so
right?
True. Yeah.
So street soccer, that's where you get to express yourself even more. There are rules, yes, the lines, you know what I'm saying? But you can challenge yourself. You can do certain things that you wouldn't really do on an 11v11. Yes, you can, but it's depends on the level and depends who you're playing against. You know what I'm saying? You get a chance to pull off whatever move you want.
Talk to me about the name, the nickname, the Instagram name. How did you come by that?
My nickname, Trixafa. Okay, that is a funny one because, again, going back to college, remember I told you that, the guys were calling me Tricks are for kids, right? And I took it for a while. That was like my stage name for the first, like, just Tricks. Yo, what up, Tricks? I was like, cool. And then I was playing at Humber College, and I wore number 8. So I started calling myself Tricks 8. So then the guys on my team, they start to rock me with it. They go, oh, Dennis, is it because you only have 8 tricks?
Yo, that's crazy work.
But
8 tricks is crazy work. Oh my God.
So we would laugh about it and stuff like that because, I had like my core tricks that I go for, you know what I'm saying? But we used to always joke about it. They go, hey, yeah, tricks 8 because you only have 8 tricks, right? That's it. And I said, that's right, but 8 deadly tricks. They go, all right, cool. You got me there, right? And then as I got older, I go back to where the guys used to say, tricks off for kids. Trixafa kids. And people are like, I'm always for the kids, right? People see me and they're like, yo, I love what you're doing for the kids. And it coming right back around again, right? And I'm an Argentinian fan. I love the Argentinian
You
team.
would say all this.
Right?
You're saying the most diabolical things on this podcast right now.
And watch this. I'm an Argentinian fan. So with all of that, and people go, oh, it's because of Messi. And I said, no, it's Riquelme.
I'm not familiar.
Romulo Riquelme.
When did he play?
But we'll go back.
We gotta go in the tea leaves. I gotta put this on the tea leaves here.
Right? Roman Riquelme. So that he was the one that I really fell in love with the team Argentina.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So so that being the Argentina, so Argentina is Argentina Football Association. AFA.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Yeah. So and go back to in college when the guys say Trixafa kids.
Ah.
You see what I'm saying?
Ah.
It comes right back, and I was like,
"That's an origins, man. I like
that's
that."
crazy. It blew me even away. I'm like, this is crazy. You know, like how I put it all together from then. And back in the day, people would call that bullying.
Why?
Because guys would tease you that you're this and you're that and you're this. But people call that bullying, right? Growing up in Jamaica, I got bullied. I flipped that into something else.
Talk about it.
When you recognize what you're good at, sometimes some people think that they can break you down when they're actually building you to be better. You know what I'm saying?
He's talking my language now.
They build you to be better. So if you allow them to rip you down, you're done.
My guy.
You're done.
My guy.
I flip everything, every little negative thing that people think that they can throw at me, and I flip it into a positive. And people are like, bro, one guy tried to rip me on Instagram saying that I'm a this and I'm a that, you know. Bro, if I show you the message, man, like, and he tried to disrespect me on Instagram, on my page.
They do that.
No, he was talking some really bad stuff.
Still
like,
going crazy.
Like I look like the poop that come out of his butt. And I went into his DM. I took it to the DMs and I said, bud, what is this a joke? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
He read the message in the DM and went back to my page and start talking more smack.
He wanted some fame.
I said, okay. Snip, screenshot, posted on my page. Posted on my page. His name and everything. Tagged him. My people that supports me, went at him.
Of course.
I said, I wanted to talk to you and to see if you're actually joking or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So you're trying to rip me down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you another side.
Yeah.
I don't need to argue with you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw you to the dogs.
Of course.
I throw them to the dogs.
You know, it's wild that you say that because I think any content creator that's whatever level of success you get to, you're gonna experience it.
Of course.
I had it with a girl. She was on a show, and she came on before she went on the show. Can't just say it because I still think she's under the NDA and whatnot.
Yeah.
But you can, if you do your Googles, you'll figure it out. And we talked about mental health, and it was late at night. I light up, and people start going at me about, oh, you two talking about mental health, and look at y'all, and you're laughing, and it's like, well, wait, you're not looking at the context of what we're talking about. Because I've had this happen a lot of times. I won't lie to you. I actually had an ex call me out over a show. I won't take away from this podcast, but like some mess she heard on and thought I was laughing. Because people have this thing called preconceived notion.
Yeah.
That they just, or should I say confirmation bias. I like to say that's my word for 2024.
Yeah.
They come on things with confirmation bias and they see what they want to see and they hear what they want to hear. But
Selective
they come from
hearing.
a personal,
Yes.
they come from a personal agenda.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with content creation. I see why a lot of people hate the space of content and being, a person of influence or podcaster or social media sports influencer like yourself, right? Community, all that stuff is that people don't like to see it, so they try to rip you down. You know what I do now? Dead ass, Dennis. I'll sit here and tell you, block, bro. Block. The block button is the easiest button. And some people can say, "Oh, you're emotional." No, because if you want to get off my block button, it's $10K to come off my block.
Yeah.
Straight
No,
up.
you know what? Remember, I mentioned understanding,
Talk about it.
right? A lot of people out there, they don't understand. So my thing, I'm gonna teach you, and I'm gonna allow you to stay. And if you really want to stay and understand and watch the journey, and you start to take on and respect what I'm about to say, and then it start to click, because that the wheel that start to turn, because there's a lot of cobwebs up there, and the cobwebs start to come off, and you start to release that, that, and start to bring it down, and you start to really take it in and understand what I'm trying to say. They will start to learn. So with that, I don't block. I don't do none of that kind of stuff. I allow you, if you really want to understand, sit there and listen. Listen. Some people are just quick to just jump and say whatever. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to the conversation. And because we're laughing, mental health, people think mental health is just all negative. When you flip it in a positive way, remember I tell you, I take every negative and I flip it to a positive. If you're going through something and I can understand and we can laugh about it, it's going to make you feel a lot better. Because I understand what you're going through and we can laugh about it. But if we sit here and we just cry and we going on and on and on about it, we're not really learning. When we stop thinking of the negative and focus on the positive and moving forward instead of staying right here, move forward. Get past that level. There's stages in life. Once you pass those stages, you find that you're much more happy, comfortable with what you say, how you move. Bro, there's so much that I've learned over the years for myself traveling.
Okay, he's there. Okay.
Traveling
Okay.
really opened my eyes. Different culture, as we mentioned earlier. Different culture. When you start to tap in here and there, tap in there, you learn so much. If you stay within your comfort zone, you're stuck. Just like that with mental health. If you stick around people that just keep talking negative, you'll stay negative. But when you step out, you start to find people that are positive. Positive and negative brings what? A positive. Because the positive will always outweigh the negative.
Jesus. My man's just dropping he's dropping bars now.
Because over the years of everything that I've done, and especially when you start to talk negative to yourself because of all the negative people that you're around, you start to talk negative to yourself. And I'm not going to lie, I ain't no perfect. Nobody is perfect. We're always learning. And I've learned that about myself. People always say, Dennis, you're so good at this. Why don't you do this? And I'm like, nah.
I go, nah.
I'm not there. I'm not good. But what I take my time to do is I start to learn. I start to teach myself. How am I? What makes me happy? What drives me forward? I start to watch everybody. And this is why I try to follow a lot more people, because I want to learn I want to understand you, and I want to know what this guy's about. I want to know what she's like, and I want to know what that person's like. I want to know, and then I can put everything together and realize that we're all so different. We're all so different, but so a lot of the time we go through the same thing, but in a different way.
Facts.
In a different way.
Facts.
So when we learn like that, so when how I coach and how I go about this soccer ball, a lot of people, I've had coaches that benched me when I was a kid. It's because they didn't understand me. They didn't understand me. So when I'm doing all my skills, he doesn't know how to coach it. Right? So I have kids that I coach, and they're like, Coach, I want to do this and I want to do that. And I said, how does your team play? So when they book sessions with me, I go in and I said, okay, I'm going to come and watch one or two of your games. You won't know when I'm there, but I'm going to come watch. Yeah, they don't know when I'm there.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? So when I'm there and I'm watching and I'm talking about, I have my hat and my hoodie, and everything is like this, and I'm wearing something that you never seen me wear before, and I sit there like this, and I just allow you to do your thing. So when I see you at my next practice, and I start asking you questions,
Yo.
yeah, I start asking you questions, and that's when I will know if you're gonna lie to me or if you're gonna tell me the truth. So then I start having them show me what is the coach talking about, because my biggest thing is understanding. I don't care how young you are, how much do you understand, and I'm gonna help you to understand what you need to do for your team.
Facts.
People want. I've coached a kid that his dad always used to bug me. He goes, Dennis, please don't put my son in net. You know where his son plays right now?
Where?
Goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper.
He tried out for the Polish national team
Eesh.
as a goalkeeper. The kid is next level. His energy is crazy. If I put him defense, he's solid. If I put him striker, he's solid. He goes, when I realized that the kind of individual he is, and he would make sure that he does not lose. He does not want to lose. And I said, I'm going to help you to manage this, because you can lose. Understand, respect that you can lose. It's how you lose. That's the thing. You understand that, you move forward, right? So we've played games where he's just like, Coach, we're about to lose. And I go, so what can we do? He goes, I'll play goalkeeper. He said that to me. He wants to play goalkeeper because he doesn't want to lose. And I said, there we go. I like that. You're willing to play for your team. As much as he doesn't understand it, but he doesn't want his team to lose. But he's rather to take the sacrifice and tie the game instead of lose. And I said, now you're winning, my guy. So instead of losing, figure out how to match up and control yourself. And then the next game, we come back. Now we know. When next game we played against a team, this kid on their team, the kid will walk through our team. There's nothing I could do. I'm not going to yell at my players. And I stopped there and I said, this kid is elite. This kid is elite. So the next time we played against them, that same kid that wanted to play goalkeeper, his energy is high, he's a tough player. I put him on him. I said, you do not let this player move. You're not coming off. If he comes off, you come off. When he goes back on, you go back on. That kid scored 1 goal on us. They beat us 3-1. The first game, he scored 10. The kid scored 10, and by himself, he would walk through my team. The kid was just elite. You can't stop him. But the next time we face, I figure out a solution for you. So I forced the coach. Remember, I talked about Guardiola. How people say that he ruins the game. I figured out a system. I felt to shut that one player down because he's not passing the ball. He's not passing the ball. He just wants to dribble and score. Coach allows that. That's not proper coaching. Talking about back in the day when I tell you that I used to get benched because coaches didn't understand me, because they didn't want to take the time.
Don't want to take the time
to coach
because there's too many other people that they pay attention to.
They just see the game and think the best players go out there. What if your best players don't are sick or whatever? Who step up?
Who steps up? Next man got to step up. Next woman got to step up.
The ones that you pushed on the bench and their confidence is below dirt, they can't step up. They stand on the pitch and they don't know where to go because you don't give them the opportunity to make mistakes out there. Go ahead.
It's wild that you say that because it brings me back to like high school basketball and like some of the times where folks could see I'm a spot shooter. I call myself more of like a Paul Pierce, a slow methodical.
Jeez.
But I could also shoot.
That was one of my favorite.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I could shoot. That's
Celtic
the thing is,
legend.
I could shoot lights out. Don't get me going. And I remember one particular game. It was a tournament, and I think I dropped 12 that game. But it's how I did the 12.
Yes.
Because there were 12 impactful points.
Yeah.
And because he's like, oh, well, I'm going to sit my starters because we already knew that we were in the championship game. This game was just like kind of like, okay, let's just play it to play it. And at the end of the day, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I should be playing. You should be giving me more time. Yeah. But the thing is, you see, a lot of coaches are nearsighted. They don't see the whole entire team.
Exactly.
Can I play off of people's strengths?
Yep.
And what you spoke to about going to the games, shout outs to coaches in the city there, London Lightning. He's not no more. Doug Plum. broke down a whole thing on Instagram late one night, basically showing people his coaching blocks. This is how I do what I do.
Yeah.
You take this sauce if you want it. And you know what the crazy thing is? I guarantee a lot of coaches that watch him probably didn't take none of that sauce because he knows how to simply sit here and looks at the game from a different level. What makes you great is about how you look at the game at a different level.
But the problem is a lot of people just want to win. But how do you win? It's longevity, bro.
Facts.
It's not just now.
Facts.
How do you win? By getting these kids to the next level and not just under your umbrella. Not just under your umbrella. Because your umbrella is small. When they step out of that from underneath your umbrella, are they going to strive? I teach the players that I have how to survive. I said, this, see how I coach? You will not get this anywhere else, but I need for you to understand this. Understand when they're talking. You will learn faster. So the information that I'm giving you is so when you go there and they're talking at this higher level, you take the time and you ask the coach's questions. Anytime a coach can't answer your question, he does not have the answer. He does not have the answer.
Boy, oh boy. Man.
Yeah, I'm telling you straight up.
But
anytime you ask a coach a question and he can't answer you, there's a time and place to ask the question. At practice, answer my question.
I know a girl and her daughter played soccer, and the thing about that coach, he had a lot of talent on that team. And I went to a couple of the games. He was always about hold shape, hold form. And I'm like, dude, I understand the game of soccer. I used to play it back when I was younger. But I'm looking at him coach, and I was like, no wonder why your teams are getting dismantled out there.
Yeah.
Your team's losing 4-0, 7-0. I'm sitting here, you're getting 10 goals put up on you. And you're talking about, oh, just keep your form, keep your shape. Are you there for the money? Are you there to freaking win? Or are you there to coach and develop these kids?
Yeah.
Because you can see the kids that are out there busting their butt.
Yeah.
But when you get 3 put on your head, it's like going down 20 in a basketball game.
Yeah.
It can demoralize you.
Of course. Of course.
At the point you're like, what am I out here for? You're just going through the motions.
But it all what you're saying, yes, but it all comes down to what's his vision, what does he want? Because I have a player right now that I'm coaching, and he can't even pass the ball straight. My job right now is to try to get his hips to stay in like forward. Is when he goes to pass, he keeps on twisting and trying to make contact with the ball. I have to stand there with my hand on his back to keep him to stay forward. And just like that. And I said, Mom and Dad, this is going to take a long time. It could happen fast or it could be a very slow process. It all depends how much he takes it home and work on it on his own. And when he comes back to me, I will see progression. And I will keep on helping him just to get that. Parents called me. They wanted to get him. He wanted to play on a rep team. He was playing house league. And I told him blunt straight, this is why he didn't make the team. He can dribble. The craziest thing, he can dribble. But he can't pass and he can't shoot the ball. So you can dribble all you want. So when you dribble into a great space and now to execute a pass or a shot and you don't have that, you're not playing the game anymore. You're just throw him in the open field and just run with the ball.
So you go do a dance.
Yeah, just go run with the ball. Go. That's all you know how to do.
And the thing is, opposing teams will key on it.
Of course, punish him. I would do that.
Set up a trap on him.
I don't even need to set up a trap because he's not even a threat. I would tell him, just leave him out there. Let's play the game. And people say that's mean. No, the coach's job to get that player up to standard. And what he does, they keep on doing, put him on the bench.
Oh, dude, you speaking so much real talk.
You don't put him on the bench. He has to learn. He has to learn. So what you're saying, I don't understand. Like from me, when you said that, sometimes that coach have something that he's working on with the players. So when he's saying keep your shape, it's for them to mentally tap in and stay within. Because the second you start to do your own and that person start to do their own, It messes up everything, especially if you don't understand the game to that level. Keep your shape, understand what you need to do, and execute it. So as I said, there's many ways of playing this game. So there's 11v11 futsal, 7v7, 5v5. When I tap into play futsal at a decent level, at a good level with all the Canadian players, I was lost, Roy. Why? Because back in the day, I used to always just play with no structure. Yes, we had a coach. Great motivator, but he's not coaching anything. He's putting the best players out there that he have, so everybody else have a seat. And we're just busting our ass trying to figure it out. We lose and we win or whatever. So he wasn't really coaching. He was just putting players out there. You know, okay, you know what? You fit you're the same height, okay? It's not height, it's not size, it's technique, it's tactics that plays this game. Going back and playing with those guys, even at practice, they're running things, and I'm like, go again. My coach, he realized that I haven't gone yet. And he goes, Dennis, what are you doing? Go. I said, I don't know where I'm going. So I stood there and I watch and I stop and I watch and I stop and I watch and I watch. They said, Dennis, you have the ability to do this. I shut it down the first time. They call me again. And I'm like, why am I here? Like, I'm nervous. I don't want to make a mistake because the guy's going to, bro, Dennis, come on, bro, let's go. And I've had that. I'm like, okay, I don't want to look bad, and I don't want to mess up everybody's thing. So I stood and I watch and I watch, and I started to get a hang of it. We had 3 different plays set plays. When we run those set plays, know where you're supposed to go. You run somewhere else, you mess it up. It's like basketball. When you play futsal, it's like basketball. When you play at the higher level, it's like basketball. The tacticals play. You know when to drive into the key, right? Know where to post up. We have a post up guide. Know where to run off of him. Didn't know under that time. Like, I'm passing the ball and I'm moving wherever I wanted to. No, you have to know where to go now. Shit.
Game changes.
Lost. I didn't show up to practice next time. Following practice, coach goes, Dennis, why didn't you come to practice? You missed. Bro, I missed. I thought I was doing myself justice. No. I've lost one day of things that complements what we did the day before. Mm-hmm. Bro, it's like as a setback. It's like it was a setback. So, and then right after that, I got the opportunity because I got better and I started to learn. And I went away to play pro. Here it comes again. Now it's 11v11. How we move, how we shape. We keep our shape. We know where to go. But Rory, lost again. I go back. Okay, it's just like the futsal. I got to know where I got to be because I've always been on certain teams where I'm the better player, and they feed off that.
They feed off
but
that.
Coach is not. Coach say just follow Dennis. I'm good, but I'm just doing my thing. I know where to pass the ball. I know how to pass the ball to certain players, but there's no actual structure of who to move here and move there. We're just playing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And great coaching will always beat great talent.
And that's when I talk about Guardiola. He would walk with a certain player. He would buy a certain player, and he would walk with him. And he go, what are you doing on my field? You need to do this. You need to and come to my office, or we're going to go to the room, and we're going to handle this. I'm going to let you know where to move, how to move, and it's time. And a lot of people are saying that they don't have time. You have time to work with the players. Take the time.
I remember, it's funny you say that about that coach there. Public school, Mr. Dean. I'm a grown man telling you about this.
Yeah.
Mr. Dean used to walk with us down the court in games individually and call you and say, Rory, where's your man? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yes.
And that's how I was. You'd be like, I know the parents are like sitting there like this. Yo, is he coaching? Is he coaching? Like, what's he? He would call us individually out.
You have to get the individuals.
You know what I mean? My best friend at the time, Brandon, he'd be like, Brandon, where are you at? Where's your man?
Yeah.
How are you getting there? You have the ball now. You see what's going on?
Because
is he
without
commentating or is he calling?
Because without that individual not doing their job, you're losing. You're losing. So this individual, we're all individuals, but together we become a team. So if you know what you're doing, I know what I'm doing, that one knows what he's doing, now we're a team.
Facts.
When you start to put just individuals out there and you're just doing your thing, you're just out there. You're just playing. You're just playing. You're not a team.
Yeah.
But when you can flow off each other, I'm telling you, bro, when I learned that, bro, my game went from here through the ceiling.
Yeah.
And then when I kind of break from my old team or my coach, and when I go back and tap in and I start to teach them this, yo, bro, don't tell me what to do. I'm helping. Just listen to me. Follow me.
Yeah.
Now you can actually follow me. I'm going to show you. And when I tell them, drive to that back post, just do it. Just don't question me. And I pass that ball. Oh, I wasn't ready. Now you understand.
Preparation.
Do that. Just keep doing that.
Speaking the preparation.
Boom, 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 goals. Bro, a guy's smiling. He goes, yo, Dennis, thanks, bro. And it's like, now that's satisfying for me to know that but I didn't yell at them. I said, just take the time. Follow me. It's going to come with time. Bro, they're getting angry because you don't know. You don't understand. You just got to go through the motion. Trust the process. When people say trust the process, brother, it's a different level, brother.
Trust the process.
Trust the process.
Trust the
I'm telling you, it sounds corny, but man, I tell you, it work. Trust the process. It's hard. It's very hard to do when you only think one way, because you don't see.
Facts.
You have no vision of where you're going. So when guys reach out to me on Instagram, they're like, yo, Dennis, I want to do this and I want to do that. I said, do you actually like this? Because it's gonna come. There's a time when you're gonna feel like everything is going against you. You're gonna feel that way, and when you love it, it's just you're gonna be like, bro, I don't want to do this. All of a sudden, you pick up your phone and you go like this, and you start to, and all of a sudden you find yourself doing it, because you can't stop it. It's a passion. You love it. You know what I'm saying? But it's to harness that passion and love, and understand the game that you're playing, life, this, that.
You speak so much stuff, man, because it's like even when playing basketball. I remember when I had an injury, going way back some time, fractured my knee. And you know the toy nets?
Yeah.
So I had to use the toy net and the styrofoam ball and shoot. Yeah. And you know what? I'd be halfway across in the living room and shoot. Yeah. And it was the technique and the flick. And constantly repetition, to the point where it's like, if you watch where the net is, I have to go against the ceiling. Yeah. So I need to know the depth of going skimming across that ceiling so I can keep hitting that shot. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what made me, I'm not saying I was the best 3-point shooter, but if I was a sniper on that court. You know what I mean? Especially if I got rhythm. Yeah. You get me in rhythm, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? And things like that. But you're speaking so true, because I feel like a lot more work needs to go into a lot of these younger individuals that are growing up. They see, like in basketball, Steph Curry glitched out the game with the 3-pointer, but it's not all about the three. You know, it's not all about the fancy dribbling. It's sometimes you gotta get that tough love. How you think Kobe, Jordan, all of these guys got to where they at? Maradona, Pele. Maradona and Pele not here no more. No. Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi.
It's the grind.
Whoever you watch, right? It's
the grind.
It's the time that you got to put in.
You got to put in the time.
You know what I mean?
I tell people all the time. I used to sleep with 3 soccer balls on my bed in my late teens, early growing up and stuff like that. And then I started dating, and then my girlfriend would come over and she would be like, why do you have 3 soccer balls on your bed? What do you have soccer balls on your bed? I said, because these are just my favorite ones. And I wake up in the morning and I'll put the ball on my head and balance it, just sitting on the bed. And I'll just sit there like this with the ball on my head, just like balancing the ball, like, just like this. Just sitting down. Understand what I got to do. How can I stay firm? Yep, I got it now. Locked in. See? I'm not even moving, right? So it took time and time and time and time, where how I started off, I was falling backwards, sideways, this, that, and I had to take the time, focus on the ball. Focus on the ball. Focus. breathe slowly,
Mm.
understand the ball. Where am I looking? You know what I'm saying? I took so much focus that then I said, okay, I'm gonna try to lay down with it now, and it fell off. Then I had to realize that once it's here and I start to go lay down, it's gonna fall. So then I gotta drop it to my nose.
My guy, boy, I tell you, yo.
It took time, just like how you said, you know, when you have to take those shots.
Yeah.
You have to pay attention.
Got to pay attention.
You have to pay attention to the details of what will make the difference.
The details, and that's what you see right there, the details.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of folks miss.
The process.
The process
Yes.
and the details.
Yeah, the process is in the details. You have
There
to
you
trust
go.
the process. Just go through it.
Exactly.
You have to just go through
Exactly.
it. You know
Especially
what I mean?
with this, you know, a lot of folks look at podcasting and they see, oh, he just shows up in studio and he just creates the conversations and they just come out.
Yeah,
There's a process.
it's a process.
It's the little things that people don't see.
Exactly. And then right after that, I started tapping in and I started to balance the ball on the bottom of a bottle. You know what I mean? Like small things like that. You know what I mean? Small things like that.
I saw
and
that.
You just keep adding and adding because you're learning so much. You know what I'm saying? But what was the most important? Like, what really got you so involved with, like, what was your first love with basketball?
That's a good question. It would be Sean Kemp.
Sean Kemp.
Sean Kemp before the Cleveland Cavalier days. I'm talking about Sean Kemp, the Rain Man, when R.I.P. Dikembe Mutombo. Like, it's like we're at an age now we're seeing all of these guys that we've watched
Yeah.
just pass away.
Yeah.
So it was when he had to go up against the Denver Nuggets. And I don't know if you remember this. You can't find a good quality of it yet. But he came down the middle, cocked it back,
Yeah.
dunked it, and pointed at that guy. It's like top 10 dunk of all time.
Yeah.
Maybe top 5, top 3. And pointed at that dude. And that's when I said, this is the guy.
Yeah.
I knew about Jordan, but I wasn't watching Jordan. It was more, let me see this guy, Sean Kemp.
Well, then there we go. So you see the individuals that really made you who you are. There's always going to be the top guys. But I tell people, don't focus just on the top guys. Focus on who really makes you going to become who you are.
Yep.
Because, yes, other people might focus on them, but
Yep.
there's someone else there that's really going to make a difference for you. And it's not necessarily the top guy. So you've pinpointed that and understood that.
Understood him. And that's why when you say about the Argentinian guy, because I know in my little base of soccer that I know, you have Aguero, you have Higuain, you have Messi, you have Di Maria. So when you said about the gentleman there, what was his name again?
The
Argentinian? Riquelme?
Yeah.
I was like, who is that? I never heard that name.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That guy's a legend, man.
Legend, eh?
As the game progresses and the game started to move fast and everything, people didn't realize his quality. He plays just like he's more of a calmer player than Messi. He's here, like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Messi have more speed and everything, explosive, yada, yada. But this guy, generally, he just sits in the middle, just pop, pop. He'll just drop his shoulder, bye. Through ball, boom, through ball. He can score goals when he gets into position. You know what I'm saying? But all of that. But one thing, I wanna challenge you to something.
What's that?
I wanna teach you a trick.
Do we have enough space?
Yeah, man. Where's the camera focusing?
The camera's on you here,
Yeah.
and this one's on me here.
Yeah. So let me see. How can we shift? How is this camera set up? You know what we're gonna do?
We can put it. I can put it in the footage. I'll put the footage in the B-roll.
All right. So we'll go downstairs, and I'm gonna teach you downstairs.
You gonna teach me downstairs?
Yeah, I'm gonna teach you downstairs the trick. You have a tripod?
They don't need it. We'll get somebody on the street to do it.
Yeah.
If they run away with my phone, I'll just chase them down.
I have a small little tripod with me.
Yeah, we'll make it work.
And I'll teach you. How to
Okay,
do
we're gonna
it.
put that in the B-roll.
We're gonna put it in. So stay tuned.
This guy's gonna have me out here looking like a whole person, yo.
No, man, you're gonna see how, like, you know, like what it takes. You know what I'm saying? Trick is, right, we're not gonna take it too far. You can do like this. You can juggle. You can
Maybe.
juggle. Are you gonna try?
Yeah.
Let's see you try. Let's see. All right, Rory. All right, Tino. catch it. Okay. Say no more, right? So
Making sure like
you got it.
pop it off.
Yeah.
She
You
ain't
know what I'm
popping
saying?
off.
So Rory, okay, you have that. I just
Okay.
want you to like kick it up once,
Yeah.
right? You're gonna step to it, catch it into your knees,
Okay.
right? Catch it into your
Oh
knees,
no, you know.
jump and catch it into your hands.
That's a workout, bro. I don't want to work out today.
Just one, keep it. It was one
One.
knee,
Okay.
right? Once you catch it into your knees,
Yes.
jump and catch it into
Okay.
your hands. Okay?
All right.
Let's go. You got it, Rory. Yeah? Take your time, okay? Come this side, Come this side. All right, take your time, yeah? Step to it.
It's not gonna go.
He's gonna go. You got it. That's all
Sorry.
right. You got it, Rory. Yeah. Keep it closer. Keep it closer to you, so then you can step. Right?
Yeah.
So you don't want it to go away from you. Right? There we go. A little higher. Yes. Let it bounce.
Let it bounce and then
Yeah.
go.
Let it bounce. It's easier to let it bounce.
Gotta put me in a workout.
Bring it up. No, bring it up. Keep it closer to you.
We're gonna be here all day,
Pick
bro.
it up. No, you got this, Rory. You got this. One up, yes.
Let it bounce.
Yes. So that was a good one.
Good one?
That was a good one. So once you get it nice and high,
Okay.
then you have time, right?
Okay.
Let's go. There you go. So okay, there's a trick to it. So right now your feet are too wide. You want to bring your feet a little closer so it's easier to catch the ball.
Y'all gonna love
All right?
this, bro.
Yeah, let's go. Bring your feet clear. There we go. Almost got it.
You're taller, so keep
Yeah.
going.
Take your time. There you go. Keep it in front of you.
So you make
One kick. Yeah, catch. Oi.
My fault.
uh,
Boy, you got this, Roy. All right. Hold on.
I'm tired.
He's stressed.
I'm tired.
He's stressed. Oh,
They're
there you
gonna
go.
fucking-
There
they're
you
gonna
go.
be like, yo,
Okay,
Rory.
Just drop it, kick, bounce, catch.
Okay.
There we go. Drop it, kick, up. Yeah, perfect. Catch her. Your feet are too wide.
Damn.
Your feet are too wide. And people like, so Dennis, can you play like basketball? I said, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I said, they go, what do you mean? Yeah. I said, I can play. Remember, there's levels.
You know the most fascinating thing that you did, and I wanted to give you your flowers, is when you did the thing with the flip of the back of your heel
Yeah.
into the basketball net.
The latest one that I did,
The latest one you did.
that's what you saw.
I saw that, and when I saw that, I said, "Oh yeah, this
No, but
guy's
you
sick."
you see what you saw is not what actually happened.
No,
No.
what?
There's no heel.
What do you mean? yo, I'm getting loud in
We're
this
gonna,
best studio.
we're gonna put it on the clip, and you'll see, because I broke it down, and that's why even when I'm coaching, I said sometimes what you think you see is not actually what's being done.
Let me find out you the Steph Curry of soccer, bro.
Bro, I am telling you,
You're the
it's-
Steph Curry of soccer, eh? What kind of listen, man. What are you cooking at home, guy?
Bro.
What you eating at home, bro?
I'm telling you, that guy Guardiola, he really taught me a lot, like, about actually focusing. And even the freestyle, even when I play,
Yeah,
when I learned how to freestyle
yeah.
and doing all the tricks of the ball, that opened like the doors. I've had guys that know that I can freestyle, and when I go to play against them, they go, bro, please, none of that crazy stuff, okay?
Yeah.
I don't want to have to break your legs. Because he's warning me that if I try any of that to make him look stupid, he's gonna snap and he's gonna break my legs.
I was gonna do. You can't do that if you can't catch what you can't see.
There we go. There we go. There we go, Corey. I said, if you can catch me, by all means try. By all means try. But I never, my game is never to make anybody look stupid.
Mm-hmm. If it happens,
I'm trying to get where I gotta go.
If it happens,
If I give you the sauce and you drown in it, that's all on you.
hey, Steph Curry did it. He did it in the Olympics. You saw what he did in the Olympics.
You know what I'm saying? That guy is different. And you see how when he was out there in the Olympics and there was someone that was filming him and he had the ball and he goes like this and he had the ball and he goes and he throws it and he goes in and the ball bounced and they go, no. And he goes, watch. The ball bounced and then it went in. what he wanted to do, he execute what he wants to do. What you think he was trying to say is not what you was happening. You know what I'm saying? So and then he goes, watch this again. One more. Throws it up again. And he goes, in, bounce and go in again. And he goes, okay, here we go now. And he threw it. He took another shot and he turned away. Like he took it and he walked away from it. Bounce, in.
Dennis, let me ask you this before we get out of here. Right? I always talk about 1% better, but I'm going to flip it. Speak to both of our communities how to become better in the mindset. What does 1% better mean in the mindset for both of our communities?
Pay attention. Pay attention. That's where you get better. Pay attention and listen. Don't just when you see something, take the time to understand it. Before you say anything, take the time to understand it. Remember, I'm from Jamaica. Very, very a culture that goes like that burn fire upon everything. I came here, I was doing the same thing. I was like, I went on tour, something happened. Right? Something happened. We don't have time to talk about that. I took the time, that individual said something to me. Someone said something to me. And it had me sitting there like, oh my God, this is crazy. And I took the time to start to pay attention more and to understand more and more culture, this, that. And that's what made me a better individual. I can get up and anybody can call me to come and play soccer with them, and I'm going in a heartbeat. Why? Because some people go, why would you go play with those guys? Those guys are garbage. I said, I'm going to learn something today. I'm going to learn something today. I'm going to learn how much I can support them, me being so good. How can I bring my joy and share it with them so that they can see how much more they can do because nobody took the time to show them. And I show them. And then those guys are like, bro, we need you to come back every day. And I said, I just give you a little piece, man. But if I had the time, I'll come back again for sure. I enjoy playing with you guys. Those guys call me out. They go, yo, let's go for some food and stuff like that. Hey, I have something that I want to introduce you to these people. And that's how you keep on building relationship, understanding others, and take the time. Take the time. And that's what has driven everything that I've done. Some people go, yo, I pick up my phone, I see Trix. Next day, couple hours, it's you again. You're on everybody's platform. I said, is it bad or is it good? They go, it's good, I guess, but like you're always on these like I said, what I'm doing, people enjoy it. It's nothing bad. I had the time. I had to take the time with my family, everything else that I have going on in my life, and share. You know what I'm saying? I never once act like I'm better than anybody else. I'm in the position where I have like some crazy amount of people around me, and I don't flaunt anything. I show up to an event one time, and somebody goes, bro, this is how you're going to show up? Like this? Just like so casual? I said, I'm coming to see my friends. Why do I need to act like... But they'll, bro, your social media is this. This is my comfort space. I don't need to put on anything. I don't need to put on my makeup and anything like that. This is my place with my friends. You know? They're like, yo, bro, you're different. One of my boys goes, yo, Dennis is different, bro. He's not the kind of guy that is going to try and flaunt on his people. These people are who that built me for me to understand who I am and where I want to go. And I never turn my back. Even if I don't talk to them for 2 years, Rory, same. It's like we never left. We're laughing, enjoying, doing this, doing that. It's just take the time. And the mental health piece, it's just that. You just need to take the time to understand yourself.
Facts.
take the time to understand yourself and what you want to do. Don't overdo anything. Take the time. Nothing is running away. If your time comes tomorrow, it comes tomorrow. You can't do more than wait. Even if I give you $1 million today, Rory, you can't do everything that you have in your head to do.
So true.
There's not enough time in the day.
So true.
And you can't, the $1 million that you have, you can't buy no time.
My brother. My fucking brother.
You know what I mean?
Listen.
Because money can't buy time, bruv.
It's so true. It's so true. Dennis, plug the social media, and is there any links, promo links, like things that people can, like, if they want to book you, book their with coaching and stuff like that?
Well, yeah, it's just, I am Trixafa, ENT, the ENT's entertainment. Some people always ask me, what's the ENT? And I said, it's entertainment. That's what I do, right? So that's why when people see my social media, it's not just me just showing off the tricks. It's more so to entertain. When I do some skits in here and there, it's just to entertain, keep the vibe going, right? But yeah, you can send me a DM. My info is on my page as well. They can, touch info. My number and my email is there. They can book me to do training sessions, parties, different events. I do corporate stuff. I'm saying, like, as I said, next weekend I'm flying out to Calgary to do the Canadian Premier League finals, right? Halftime show and all that stuff.
Man's making moves like U-Haul.
But it couldn't get done without the support of my people.
Facts.
And that's where it comes back down to my community. So appreciate everyone, and you.
I appreciate
also,
you,
Rory,
bro,
for having me.
I appreciate you. This is like, honestly, 8 years kicking off. This is kicking off the 8 years now. Officially kicking off 8 years.
That is it.
And that's how we're doing it.
That is
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So I already knew.
And look at that, right? It came right around the same time that you're kicking off the 8th year. Because you just made that post, and you see what I said in that post.
Yeah.
The love what you have for it, bruv, is just keep growing, and the passion just keep driving it.
Love, man.
And what I have, some people, yo, how can I get what you have? I make the joke and I go, you got to look this handsome.
That's how we got to cut it, bro. My brother. Jeez.